You ready to let loose, Madison?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
I just felt like, yeah, we were due for a letting loose episode.
Yeah.
We've been diving into these more heartfelt, deeper conversations, which we love, but we're also really silly. And if the podcast only gets the thoughtful, deep versions of us, we got to show them.
Yeah, it's true.
And I feel like we play a lot of games on a daily basis.
Okay.
And my favorite game to play with you.
I feel like I already know where it's going.
Okay.
Okay. So is this the game we play when we walk? Yeah. Okay. I knew it.
Just one. I just have one.
No, I'm happy for this because if you weren't going to mention it, I was going to mention it. I feel like, I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast today. I don't even know when this game originated, but we try to go for a walk a few times a week throughout our neighborhood. And Tess will just randomly say, okay, he's a 10. Like he's perfect. He's got everything you want. But, and then she comes up with this abstract problem that I have to work through as if it were real life. And it's really fun.
I want to know. I just want to know like what Madison is tolerant of and what she'd be willing
I've become much more tolerant. Don't you think?
Yeah,
I'm
agree.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Like they'll literally be like, he's perfect, but he doesn't have a penis. And I will literally work through it as if this were a real scenario.
Madison's like, I mean, okay. And then
I'm like, yeah, I know.
Phillips.
I was like, no, wait. There are other things like we could work around that. Like there are other things we want to have kids, like I'll get artificially inseminated. That's totally fine for pleasure reasons. All right, we'll think of something.
Yeah, we got it.
And then
Philip's like, but he can't stick his tongue out.
No. He said, well, what if he doesn't have a tongue?
No, I thought it was he can't stick it out further than his teeth.
No, he said he doesn't have a tongue. And I said no.
Oh, well, if he doesn't have a tongue, he can't talk.
He can't do anything. There's like nothing. Then absolutely not.
Okay, so it's not going to be that extreme today. Mine's pretty mild in comparison to that. But, okay, so he's really dreamy, right? Like, on paper, he matches all the things that you look for. He's funny, and he's talented, and he's really loving and thoughtful, which goes a long way, right?
Okay, yeah.
And he's wealthy, and not that that matters, but it's like the kind of wealthy where you don't have to work unless you really want to. Like, you could just focus on Cowboys and be chilling.
That's a nice to have. Okay.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. But he has breath that stinks to the high heavens. Every time he goes in for a kiss or tries to make a move on you, you can't beat it. Like, it just is really wretched smelling. Okay, so
we've played this one out before, I think. So you're basically saying he has a bad case of halitosis.
Yeah, but it's not like we're not.
Is it curable?
I don't know.
If it's curable,
no,
we could work around. Okay, it's not curable, then no.
Like for the rest of your life, if you choose to be with this person, every time he goes to like say something in your ear or like make out with you, it just is.
No, and maybe someone would say that's really shallow and rude of you, Madison, and maybe it is, but you do not understand how sensitive I am to smells. It would throw off my entire being to be with someone that I did not like the smell of. It just is a no for me.
So that's why I had to ask.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure.
You knew the answer to that.
I did. I was setting you up for failure.
Okay.
I'm going to continue kind of quick firing to Madison today, and
oh no.
And if there is need for me to discuss or answer, then I will.
All right.
How's that?
Yeah.
My answer to make you feel better, my answer for that, no. I'm not going to be making out with anyone who has stinky breath.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's so sad. You guys, please pray for Philip. He is not even really allowed to eat onions or garlic anymore.
I get that.
It just makes everybody like, okay, my mom taught me about this when I was little. She was like, anytime you eat onions or garlic, it's going to come out of your pores the next day. And I used to think she was crazy. And then when I was about 15, 16, I was at LA Fitness on the elliptical. And the guy next to me, sweating buckets, fucking smelled like his dinner. And I'm like, what is that? I'm like trying to just get my workout done. I'm like, what is that smell? Like you, I'm really affected by scents. And I look over and he's just like dripping. And that was the minute I knew my mom wasn't crazy. Like I believed her from everything. From that moment forward, I was like, she speaks only the truth.
So true, because, and this is another thing that Tess and I have in common in our childhood, is that my mom said the same thing, that she never even cooked with garlic. So nowadays, I don't even care if garlic is in the household. I don't care to cook with it. I do like onions. But
yeah, onions are good, but again, it just, I don't know.
I also
if,
don't like the
Philip
taste
goes
I
and
get.
eats like a garlicky pasta or something, and then he's like, hey, when you get in bed, I'm like,
oh
no fucking shot.
No, it's so sad.
Because you can't, like, that type of stuff lingers so much on your
and
palate, and it comes
really,
out.
Yeah, the taste, the taste of it is good. We can all agree. The taste is good.
aftertaste
The
is
aftertaste
bad.
is not good. The fact that it leaves a film on your tongue, and then everyone goes, but it's good for you. And I say, hey, I'm pretty healthy already. I do a lot of things. I think it's okay if I do not have garlic.
Right. There's a lot of other shit that's healthy that I participate in. And garlic is just never going to be.
I'm careful to not say, or to say, never. Not say never. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
I just don't like the smell. It also hurts my stomach. Okay. So anyways, that's my consensus. I'm glad
unpopular
we agree on
opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Garlic is a no.
Garlic is a no. Okay. What's your take on the Montana boys?
Is this horrible? I don't know who those people are. I know?
Like the guy, one of the guys is Kristen Cavallari's boyfriend.
Oh, okay. How many guys are in the Montana guys group? Are there many?
You're asking the wrong girl.
We
about
should have looked
5.
this up. Okay, I think I've seen a few videos.
They make like Instagram and TikTok videos where they're like standing there
and they're looking hot.
They like line up and one of them
I've
walks
seen
to the side.
one video you and I maybe sent months ago, and many of them are sexy as fuck. Dude, the one Kristen is dating is so hot. Are they still dating?
I don't know.
Honestly, good for them. Good for her. Good for him.
I was thinking that you were going to be more in tune with like the pop culture side of things because you typically are.
I am, but I don't really know who those people are. Just like there's a new guest that Alex, our Call Her Daddy, had on her podcast, and he's wearing overalls and he's really hot.
I don't know him.
Oh my God. Did you see the promo video for it? Okay.
I don't know Instagram on anymore.
Dang it. Oh. It's worth looking up. He's seriously sexy. But anyway, I think he's on Love Island or something, and she had him on.
Oh.
And I just saw him, and she was like, he introduced his name, and I just went, who the hell is that?
Okay. I'll have to look. Okay, so your take on Montana boys is that you don't know anything about the Montana boys, so that's that?
Yeah. Really? I mean, some of them are good looking and good for them for making money off their looks, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Their videos are entertaining sometimes. I'm like, I think my sister sent me some.
Anytime there's like a hot male with his shirt off and in a cowboy-esque environment, you guys send it to us. And we're like, what is this? I mean, thank you. But what is this?
Yeah, I appreciate it that we're thought of when people come across videos like that.
Speaking of, Sue, if you're listening, I know you're listening. There's that one that she would send us where he was doing the same dance and he was like really good moving his hips and his abs were insane.
It almost felt like we were watching pornography.
Porn. Yes, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it was a little risque, honestly. I was like, oh, shoot.
Shit, so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Montana.
Okay.
Would you ever live there? Like seriously live there? I'm not saying, oh, cute, you're going to visit for 2 months in the summer. I'm saying you're packing your shit up and you're moving to Montana and you're going to stick out a winter.
For how many years?
I don't know. I'm just asking, would you even go for one? It'd have to be a full 365 though. Like no minimum, or that's the minimum.
A full year is a minimum.
Mm-hmm.
I would do it.
Okay, me too.
I would. Yeah, because it would be really nice to have a different perspective. And I feel like, especially for cowboys, when we're pursuing that, the amount of content that we would get on a day-to-day basis.
So easy. You should go outside and everything.
I'll literally move to Montana. Now I'm thinking of all these good things, even though it'd be a really harsh winter and that would be really hard.
Madison, it's like 10 degrees outside. We're not talking like, you're not wearing your little fur coat. You got to bring like a full on winter and you're putting on multiple layers of pants.
So we probably have like the same jobs that we have now. So nothing really changes. We're just moving to Montana, which is obviously a big deal. So it's not like I have to move to Montana and I become a ranch hand, right? Because
But
that's
you're
even
out
more
in the,
rough.
You're out in. Well, I mean, imagine.
Well, we could
you
live in a
moved to
town. You know,
We're in Bozeman, okay?
that's
No,
the
I'm
only
just, like,
actual city
I'm
I know.
picturing what if we live on like a little ranch? Like you meet a guy and he's
Okay.
like, Madison, I love you. I live in Montana. Will you come live on my ranch with me?
Yes.
And you have to work still, but you also have to take care of these animals, and you have to take care of the animals when it's 10 degrees.
I'm down.
Okay. Cool.
Let's go.
Me too. Awesome.
Okay. I would ask if they had a back house that was an equal size to our main house for you and Phil.
Thank you. I would appreciate
And
that.
if there was more land, that would actually work out in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
Universe, what's up?
Mm-hmm. Describe how you feel when someone asks you what our podcast is about.
I can answer this for both Tess and I, is that it's a cringy question.
But
and we're trying to make it better.
Yeah.
I know it shouldn't be. And also Bree, who is our media manager, would you say, from 827, she creates these amazing documents when she has our check-in calls with us that have these pillars. And I just think, I'm going to go in with these pillars.
Yeah, now it's
just
easy.
Straight to the point. These are the pillars of our podcast. We record every week. It comes out on Wednesday. Take a listen.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like I'm put on a stage by myself at a comedy club, and I'm
really
having
confronting.
to portray what our podcast is about. And it's hard because it's
not
a
right.
pressure test. I think, what do they want to hear that would like hook them?
Yeah, and you have to sell it as an elevator pitch right then
Yes.
and there. You've got
It's
about
make or break.
10 seconds of people's attention before they're like, oh, not for me.
Right.
You
Or
gotta
maybe
fucking
that's
sell
why
it.
we cringe, is because we think that's what people
that
are
is
thinking.
true.
Oh my
Come
God.
on.
I know it. It's true.
Like a commercial, when people go on Shark Tank, you've got 10 seconds before I've pretty much made. I mean, I could change my mind, but I'm already going to have an initial judgment. That's just the way our brain works.
Right.
Now, I'm assuming that's the way our brain works. Don't quote me, but that's how it feels for me.
We need to rehearse it. Honestly, we do.
know.
Because I just got nervous thinking about if I was at a party and someone asked me, what is your podcast about? I don't even know what the first thing
That
would come
happens
out of
all
my
the
mouth.
time.
I know it does. And I felt those feelings, and they're horrible feelings because you think, I do this every week. How do I not know how to explain what it's about?
The reason that I've always struggled with it is because what we talk about isn't stagnant.
Right.
And it has, from the conception of it to now, it has evolved deeply.
True. And you know what is actually, I think we have typically gone in about what our podcast used to be about, but who even cares about that? Maybe we give them that at the end.
Totally.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Before Bree was able to really lay out the pillars for us, I think you and I were shooting in the dark.
Yes.
We
It's about everything.
we found themes that we would naturally fall into talking about because that's our life, but it wasn't obvious to us what our themes were.
Right. We needed Bree
So
to
then
tell
Bree
us what our
pointed out.
themes. Yeah. And she's also, if I could just have a recording of Bree actually talking about the podcast when someone asked me, I'd be like, hold on, let me just send you this pitch really quick and then you'll understand.
See, this isn't good though, because
No,
we
I know.
are the people who need to be able to pitch
We're
it.
the
I mean, it's
front
amazing that
facing.
she can, but we have to
Yes.
be able to pitch our own product.
I know.
We're working on it.
We'll
guys.
literally do a mock-up after this episode, I swear. It's not good. We're confident people. We need to go forward and be confident with this.
I know it. Okay. 2 words you would give to your younger self. Ooh.
Okay, I say this all the time. There's so many words, but what came to my mind first is you're enough. That's always a theme for me. This is enough. You're enough. What you're doing is enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
What are yours?
Patience and perseverance.
That's right. Those are good. Yeah.
Because like everything with time, and just like keep a good attitude and you got it, and just keep going. Think about
Well
it, guys.
said. That's enough. Yeah.
If you could create for Cowboys any merch, you don't have to go into detail about what the design would be, but like article of clothing, something merch related, we're going to sell it. It's a product. What are you going to make? What's next?
Okay. I would love a crew neck sweater. And with the vibe of when you see the vintage, and me and Kelly, my cousin, talk about this a lot,
My cousin.
is LL Bean vibe. Old Gap vibe. The sweatshirts, sweaters, crew neck that say Yale on them in the front. That vibe, Ralph Lauren polo vibe, but Conscious Cowboys version. I would love nothing more than that, because then I could, in the fall or like on chilly summer nights, whenever, wear it wrapped around my shoulders and it just looks classy. But then you have some cool merch that's from your brand and it's in some faded color with some nice fabric. Oh my God, that's a classic timeless piece.
If anybody listening has any insight on quality blanks that come at low
please let us know.
Quantities, please let us know. That is the hardest thing to overcome when you're a small business or a small brand and growing. Like, no wholesaler for blanks, like blank meaning like the crew neck she's talking about that you put your own graphic on, right? There's not many companies out there that will do it at a reasonable price for a low quantity, because say that you're only going to buy 50 sweatshirts, okay? They're like, you're only going to buy 50. Well, our other clients buy 5,000. Yeah. So if you're buying 50, you're going to pay a premium for them. We're going to charge you $30 per blank. But the people who are buying, how many did I say?
5,000.
Yeah, we're going to charge them $250. So
we're small fish in the pond right now. So we just need a hookup.
So you just, unless you have a hookup, your margin isn't great. Which it still is a fun creative process to make your own merch.
Of course.
But what the goal is not for us to like quit our day jobs necessarily based off of merch, but it's like that money then goes into equipment for the podcast, or like pays for the subscription for us to be able to host it. Mm-hmm. So you obviously want a little bit of profit margin there.
Of course.
So if anyone has hookups, long story short, thanks.
And then even just in the conversation of profit and us feeling bad for wanting to make a profit, I really want to release that shame. And I know that a lot of content creators go through that, but it is difficult to not feel bad about wanting that, because it's equal parts of you want to make the world more conscious in how they live. And then we also want to make money so that we can support ourselves in this mission to do this. So yeah,
so it could be the full thing that you get to focus on.
Right. That would be,
I know,
really awesome.
Nice note about that though. Good job.
Thank you.
So if you were to be at the car wash and
oh my God,
wiping your car down,
okay,
vacuuming it out, and you feel someone's eyes on you, and then they walk up to you and they ask you, hey, what year is your car? This has happened multiple times. And you're like, 2019. Is that it?
Give or take.
Okay. 2020, whatever the fuck it was. And then he's like, oh, cool. I'm, by the way. And you're like, hi, Madison. And he's like, yeah, great. Would you like to get coffee sometime? And your initial, like, you weren't like, wow, yeah, I'd like to get coffee with you. Are you saying yes?
Okay, so this exact scenario happened today. And it's happened before, but Tess was there today because we agreed that we wanted to wash our cars on this morning. So cute. Let's go. I went to hot yoga beforehand at 6:30 a.m. So sweating my ass off for an hour in a heated room. And then we go to this car wash. I'm just wrecked in this little outfit, and we're vacuuming our cars next to each other. And this guy, I look over and he's staring at me, and I think, oh no, hopefully nothing comes of this. And then I'm leaning over, cleaning my rims or something. And then that exact situation that Tess described just happened. And I'm thinking, damn, all right. And okay, initially, or I would say years ago, I would have stiff-armed and said no right off the bat. But now I feel bad. So I said, when I wanted to say no, and I lingered, and I was like, well, I'll give you my number, because I felt bad because Tess and I were talking about it after that is so courageous for someone to come and do that. I don't want to just be like, no, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But now maybe it's the wrong choice. Okay. Make the decision right. Okay. I feel like I feel bad now because I don't think I want to go out with this person. So now he's asked me out over text and I need to say no. So then I just led him on to say no. So that I didn't look bad at first. I don't really know. I just feel bad for him. And I wanted to give him a little hope at the beginning, and now I'm just thinking I don't think so.
Okay. Yes. What if, now this is my favorite game, like the what if.
Okay.
What if he's like, you actually go to lunch with him and you're like, oh my God.
I mean, I thought about that too, of course. Just try it. What do you have to lose? So that's still hanging in the air. So I could, but
it's hard when it's not like a super strong initial
right. When you don't have
attraction.
an immediate attraction, it's really hard for me to pursue it.
Yeah, to be like, okay, yeah, I'll go take an hour of my day to go meet
right
with this
on
person.
a Sunday to go
I've
have
had
coffee.
Things where they've built, right? It wasn't like a immediate like, whoa.
Right.
But that's really nice when it's like the immediate whoa.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be that I think this man looks like a supermodel and he's the hottest thing I've ever seen. It just has to do with something, his style or his eyes or some little personality quirk that I think is charming. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel that from that initial reaction, but I don't know.
But how do you know, right?
How do you know? True, but I've had interactions like that with other men where there is something right off the bat and you're just like, that's what I like. Yeah, exactly.
Things that make you go,
Exactly. So I haven't texted him back and I don't really know what I'm going to say. I think about it from...
Well, you're busy tomorrow, that's for sure.
I'm definitely busy tomorrow. Yes.
I mean,
that's
are.
when he's asked. No, I am busy. I actually am busy.
Yes.
I can't even lie.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those girls that goes, I have a boyfriend. I just don't lie. I just say no or, hey, I didn't feel it. It's a no.
When I was vacuuming my car,
I'm thinking this.
Okay, listen, we're parked next to each other. Okay. Madison's vacuuming her passenger side. I'm vacuuming mine. So we're separated by an entire car. Okay.
Yes.
And I can hear her voice and I like look up because I'm like, who the fuck is she talking to? And she's talking to him. And I'm like, ooh. So I keep vacuuming because I'm like, she's got it. She's got it. But then there was a part of me that felt guilty because I'm like, I looked and I was like, I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't know. But I didn't want to ruin it if it was going well. But then I thought, what's a way I could ruin it? Now, unlike you, I can be a liar if in those situations. If I need to lie, I can lie my way out of it. So, no, I'm not a liar, but I can lie my way out of a situation like that. And I was almost going to be like, babe, can you help me with this?
That would have been amazing.
You're like, ooh, actually.
Yeah. That would have been good.
You're like, whoa, what?
You're like, are you sure you don't want to go out? Oh, no.
Okay. What's one of your biggest fears?
One of my biggest fears?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we talked. Now I'm thinking there's a few. Irrational fear, sort of. We already talked about this. This is really underwhelming. It's toxic shock syndrome.
It's a really real thing to be afraid of.
Yeah, so
it's not very irrational.
I know, but then I think we take the precautions necessary to not get that. But then there are anomalies. Sometimes it just happens.
Yes.
Because we don't use tampons, we use the cup. And they say it can't happen with that. But what if that is a foreign object that's up there? I don't know. That, I also have a fear of, I mean, I don't really think about these things often, but if someone were to approach me with them, I would say no, is cave diving with a tank on specifically. And I'm talking you're squeezing between little, if someone asked me to do that.
Like that rescue movie?
Yeah,
where they're pulling the kids out, the soccer team? Like that?
That type of vibe.
So it's like claustrophobic.
Yeah, okay. I don't like that. Specifically underwater in a cave with a tank on. There's no snorkel. You're not, you have a lot of apparati on. That to me is just disgusting.
Okay.
That's kind of it.
Okay.
I think I don't feel scared of many things besides not living a fulfilling life or something. Maybe that could be one, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about yours?
Those are very real. I agree. I definitely don't like heights.
Right.
I've learned that about myself. I used to not be like that at all. I used to be able to go on. We lived right next to a theme park growing up. No problem going
so
on.
now you feel scared going on roller coasters?
No, but like being up high. Like I used to
Oh.
love it. Like being at the top of Goliath. And I'm like, let's go.
Okay.
And now
you feel sick.
Goliath doesn't really do it to me. I haven't been on Goliath in a long time, but like the idea of cable climbing at Half Dome, we've already been there. But yes, that is making me feel like I'm afraid of that, but we'll get over it. And I also have a fear still. It's lingering. It's stored in my body. Remember when the guy threatened me with the
knife?
The knife. I don't even know. It was the biggest knife I've ever seen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, quick backstory. I was walking home from work. I worked like 2 blocks away from our apartment. So super cute, small town. It's definitely like starting to improve, but like has a history. Yeah. Has a history of not being the safest neighborhood. Anyways, it's like 3 p.m. bright and sunny. I'm walking home from work and people are outside, and out of nowhere, like everyone knows the feeling of someone walking behind them. And I'm like, what is that? So I like kind of pull to the left. I'm on a sidewalk and I like peer over my right shoulder, and this guy just spits in my hair, which that is so degrading. If you've like
that's horrible.
Like what the fuck just happened?
Right.
And so me being me, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And like, now I'm mad. And then he just whips out a knife. Massive.
Machete vibe.
If you're not, seeing like picture a machete, but maybe not. I don't
think
know.
it was described in a news article as a machete.
Yes.
He was captured or taken in later on.
Yeah.
And I think it was described as a machete.
So he like threatens me with it. And I just put my hands up and I'm like, wow, all right. Yep, you do you. Like, go, go, go. And I hide behind a car. And there's men who are sitting in front of this paint store and they're not doing anything.
Oh, that's so bad.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm shaking and I'm quickly calling 911, and I see him approaching a crosswalk and there's 2 other women walking. And I'm like, oh my God, no, don't do anything. And then I don't, like, cause they're far away at this point, I don't hear what they're saying, but I see them like kind of jolt and like turn around and get spooked and start walking fast. And then he just takes off and goes, like, I can't see him anymore. He's out of my eye line. He ends up getting arrested. But listen to this. When this type of shit happens, they tell you that you need to press charges against him in order for them to take him. Which when you press charges against someone, they now have your name, information. Like, they know that you're pressing charges. Like, I could not anonymously, because I'm like, this guy just pulled a machete on me. Like, he's not afraid of the repercussions. If I now pursue legal action, now this guy really has a vendetta against me. I was just a random person.
Scary.
Yeah. But when we Googled it, because someone sent me an article about it, like, look at what happened. He was arrested because he also, like, the first person who got the machete shown to them was his girlfriend, and he was threatening her with it. Then she takes off in the car and he's walking down the street, and who does he see next? Me. So I have this now acute awareness of the reality that people are fucking out of it, and that people will do crazy shit. Like, you kind of grow up with this idea that you're safe, and you're like, no, nothing's going to happen to me. No, shit's going to happen to you, and it's fucking scary.
Yeah.
And like every day when Philip leaves, I'm like, please be safe. Please be careful. And I sound like my dad, because my dad always says that when I leave the house. I get it now. Like, shit happens.
I know.
Like, everyone who's ever been in a major car accident doesn't think that they're the ones who are going to get in a car accident, you know?
Yeah.
So that was another long story. You're welcome. But yeah, it's just, that shit scares me. Like, I'm kind of spooked by men. Like,
no,
like, why are you behind me all of a sudden?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that when you were sharing that story. I don't know if I was sharing this on the I almost said yoga studio because I'm going to talk about the yoga studio, but on the podcast about this one man at my yoga studio that scares me. And I have this when I was talking with the manager about this. I was going on about how maybe I have this perception of men who are older, a negative perception of them when they spend too much time looking at me or around me. I automatically assume that they're out to get me. And I don't know where that's from, but I have that same feeling too. And I think it's just a protection mechanism because especially when we're by ourselves, we need to be on our guard and be aware. I don't think it's bad, but it can leak into things sometimes when maybe someone's being nice and I perceive them as being scary, bad.
A little paranoia.
Man. Yeah. I definitely have a little bit of that.
No, for like probably 2 months after it happened, I had a hard time being in public in a vulnerable setting. I remember right after that, kind of same neighborhood, because we were downstairs in our apartment. I was sitting at this like ice cream place with some of my girlfriends, and my back was against the window, so I felt safe, but like my side body was open, and I saw this man who like same kind of demographic, and he was walking towards me. And like in my peripheral vision, it just felt like him all over again. And I remember like my heart was beating. Like I feel like, and my girls looked at me and they're like, "Are you good? Like what just happened?" And I'm like, "Whoa!" Like I was right back in it.
Yeah,
which is so crazy how it gets stored like that in your body.
It is crazy. And you don't feel that now?
There are times. You kind of scared me at the car wash today because there was a man. So it was Madison's car, my car, another car. Right. And the guy was just staring. And I don't know if the car wash is like a predatory place where people are like, yeah, women come alone to the car wash. And
maybe we're unaware. Maybe that is a thing. They come to the car wash to get hit on or something.
I don't know.
That's untrue.
Yeah, please leave me alone. I just need a fucking clean car.
I actually just need to wash my car, and it's pretty vulnerable, actually.
Yeah, you're leaning over and you're vacuuming your like floor mats and stuff,
and then you come to talk to me.
Yeah, you're scaring me.
Yeah, exactly. Please stop.
But anyways, the guy next to me had a relatively creepy vibe. Nothing against him. It was just like how long he looked and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was
like,
too long.
A little too much. And like
there was a gleam in his eye.
When he's
you know
like,
what I'm saying.
hi, he's staring right at my chest and stomach, which I was wearing a shirt. Like but you know, they still look. And I'm like,
they have X-ray vision apparently.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
He might have.
So I was leaning over like 10 minutes after that vacuuming, and Madison comes up behind me and puts her hand on my shoulder. I'm like, oh, you scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, little does she know I mad dog the shit out of that man when I walked up.
That's right.
Don't look at my girlfriend like that.
Yeah. It's my
karate
baby.
Chop you in this bodysuit I'm wearing.
Okay.
That's my baby. Yeah, exactly.
If you were to guess who's going to win this presidential election. Now, I'm not saying who are you going to vote for, Madison, or who do you hope wins?
Yes.
Not what I'm saying. So we're not getting political.
Okay.
If
just for fun.
This is just
hypothetical.
I want to see, because I almost want to like make a prediction now and see if we're right in November.
Okay.
That's why I want to do it.
This is really stupid, but the people who are running they're Trump and Kamala.
Yeah.
Okay. It's really tough because I have so many people in my family saying, oh, no brainer, Trump's going to win. But I don't know. Kamala, she's coming in hot. Pop culture seems to really love her, especially that she's a woman. So I don't know. I want to say Trump is going to win, but then I almost think that Kamala might take it because it seems that our political environment just likes to shock people. So maybe that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Do you have any answer to that?
My instinct says Trump is going to win.
Okay.
But I don't know. That's why I wanted to.
It's hard because he got shot in the ear. Like he's a hero now, maybe in some people's eyes. And then you have Kamala, who's a hero in her own right because she's a woman and she's ready to fucking get it.
Or
we've never had a woman president.
I know
Hillary tried.
Why people are going to vote for her simply because she's a woman.
That's what I'm saying. Is that I think, but then our votes don't even matter. It has to do with
the electoral college. Yeah. Now, again, we're not getting political. I just wanted to see if we could make a guess and is it right or wrong. That's all.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll circle back in November and tell you if we were right.
Yeah.
Do you like scary movies?
I don't mind scary movies, but I rarely will say, let's watch a scary movie tonight.
Mhm.
You went through a phase where you watched every single scary movie there is known to man.
Yeah.
So do you like them now? Still?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit desensitized to it in a good way. Like I used to be, when I would watch scary movies, be so afraid of them.
Yes.
That it was just the least enjoyable experience of all time. And I could not comprehend why anybody wanted that. But then with my ex-boyfriend, he was super into them. And because I saw so many, I feel like it opened my mind to the art form behind it. And technically, I mean, if they're getting those feelings to come out of you, then they're doing their job very well. Because we've all seen like a low end scary movie and it's so laughable and shitty and you turn off within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you're like sweaty, that's a good sign. That's a good movie. So I've learned to appreciate them more than ever, but I don't watch them anymore because you and Philip don't like them.
Yeah.
Or it's not that you don't like them, but you wouldn't not actively seek them out.
Yes.
So
it's true.
I don't watch them anymore. So I don't know.
I'm craving a movie theater experience.
I would go see a scary one in the theater.
I really want to because it's so fun. Even just to smell the popcorn, maybe get some popcorn, get some candy. I don't know. Bring snacks.
Let's go on my birthday then.
We should do something.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Based on the fact that you haven't really like gone into the scary movie realm, do you have one that sticks with you?
Okay. Well, whatever movie we watched that one time, it was really funny kind of, but it was scary. Where that guy got axed in the head at the end.
Oh, Creep?
Yeah, okay. That sticks with me just because it's funny.
Okay.
If anyone gyrates their hips by a door, I think
with
of
a
that movie.
wolf mask on.
Because that happens so often. One that sticks with me as a child or from childhood is The Ring and The Grudge.
Ooh, both of them mess me up.
Yes, if I see a well in a scary place.
Do you remember like the commercials coming on?
Yes.
And I used to
that
change
bitch
the channel.
is trying to walk out of the TV.
Change
That
the channel.
shit? Oh, no.
And because they would run the same commercials, time and time again on the same channels. And I'd be like in the kitchen and I can hear it going and I'd be home alone. And I would sprint so fast to the remote and change it. Or young Tess would plug her ears and go la 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 until it was over.
Oh, shoot.
One time I had a friend who was deaf in elementary school. Or was it junior high? Junior high. Sorry. She was fully deaf. And so I went to her house to watch a movie.
Okay.
She picked Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, that's a gnarly one.
What a bitch. Because you know what?
Oh, she can't hear. You can't.
Because the worst part about a scary movie is the noise.
Yeah, it's true.
So she's watching it completely unaffected. And I'm like, oh my God. I can't even sleep in my own bed tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
horrible.
freaking out.
Yeah. I remember one movie that we saw in theaters. You remember Mama?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that in theaters. Me, Brogan.
The Feral Children.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
And we all had to sleep in the same room that night. It was so ridiculous. So I think we were just hyping each other up,
Is it the Feral Children? No.
I don't know. I think the children die.
It's not the Feral Children. No. They're like staying. There's like a aunt uncle situation, right? And then they take them in.
And
or
the
is it a
mom
stepmom or something? And
I
then
don't
there's
know.
the
Yes.
creature.
Something.
She's like a spirit thing.
I don't even know, but
remember she appears out of nowhere and you're like, oh, there she is and she's scary.
I don't remember it.
Okay.
But I just can remember, especially like The Grudge, like that little kid like crawling around and shit. I don't know. That just
Damien, was that his name?
Out. No, that's from The Omen.
Oh.
I don't know what the kid's name was in The Grudge.
Me either.
If I watch those movies, I would be curious to watch them at this age and see
if it gets you.
Yeah.
If you're a scary movie buff and you're okay with a foreign film like it not being in English and you have to do subtitles, watch The Wailing. That's all I'm going to leave you with. Just watch it. It's incredible. It's a great scary movie.
Is it really scary? Could I watch it by myself?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, whoa. But it's not horrible.
Because sometimes I get these moods where randomly think I'm gonna watch this.
Okay.
Like Midsommar.
Oh, well, Midsommar.
That is fucked up. Tess told me it was not right, and I just thought, let me just experience this for myself. And I watched it by myself one night and was texting her. It's not. It's the weirdest movie I've ever seen in my whole life. It's the strangest, for sure. I'm happy I saw it, but I will never forget it. It's one of a kind.
It just really gets you on the like foreign religious cult nature.
Yeah, because
like, what's like you feel
it
so
opens
vulnerable?
your mind because you think that's not gonna happen, and then the most insane thing possible happens, and that's the whole movie.
Yeah, it's good writing. Okay, last little push. Ready? Okay, I need you to close your eyes. Okay.
All right.
And you're sleeping. You're sleeping soundly right now. And you went to bed in your own bed. And you wake up and you're on camera. Look up, open your eyes. You're on camera. And you're on fucking Good Morning America. It's a live segment. You're on air.
Was I able to get ready?
Dude, you went to bed last night in your own bed. And you open your eyes and you are
in my
literally
bed still?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're in the studio. The lights are on. You're literally on camera. Like you have no recollection of how you got there.
Oh, okay.
You're just the last thing you remember is going to bed in your own bed last night. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
You wake up, boom, you're on air.
All right.
It's live TV right now and they're talking to you. What are you going to do?
I would probably just sit there and look around for a second.
But they're
like, I would play it cool. Like,
what do you think about that, Madison?
I would say, I'm so sorry. Can you please repeat that question?
Okay, that's good. That's calm. I like that.
I would be calm, cool, and collected.
Really?
I think I would be.
I
would be freaking out inside, but there's a lot of times when I freak out internally so gnarly, but no one's able to see that on the outside.
Okay.
It's usually just me being quiet and I'm panicking internally and I just listen and ask.
Repeat that for me.
Can you please repeat that for me? I'm so sorry I didn't get the full question.
Wow, that would be amazing. If I woke up and I was on air, like, and truly the last thing I remember is laying on my own pillow in my own room, I'd be like, is this a joke? Is this serious right now? Where am I? What the fuck's going on? And then that would just become, I just have a feeling like, that, can you imagine? Like,
people are like,
she's disassociating.
She's crazy. Yeah. They're like, dude, you got to turn on. It'd be the highest ratings of all time.
Yeah. There's no way I'd be able to be like, could you repeat that? No, I'd be like, what is happening right now? How did I even get here?
I honestly, that's why I would have to look around and be like, okay, do I know anyone here right now?
And then you
okay,
don't.
I see Tess. No, I don't know anyone.
You don't know fucking anything that's going on. You're literally in the most
also,
foreign
would it be
environment.
Madison being on Good Morning America, me as I am now, or would I be? Oh, okay.
And you're
so
like, why
be,
am
what
I
is
here
the
right
reason?
now? Yes.
Okay. I think I would also look down and think, okay, am I dressed? How do I look right now? I probably look okay.
But if you look good, like if you're like,
if I look
ready
good,
to go,
I'm fucking fine. If I look good, if I look like I just got out of bed, I need to get off the set right now.
No. Like it's just you're fully there. It's just the last thing you can remember is going
me
to
being
bed.
Okay, and I didn't know I was going to be on Good Morning
You
America.
had no idea.
Okay.
You're now in New York. You're on live television.
Oh,
the segment is happening. They're asking you questions, and you're like, "Excuse me, what?"
Yeah. I'm sorry. Please repeat the question. What's the segment about again?
Where am I again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who are you?
What's
What
my
did
name?
you get here? Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What's my name? I'm dead.
All right.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on Air One?
I love Air One. Obviously, I think it's super overpriced and so bougie, and it's a fashion show and you walk in there. But I like to go there. Their food is fucking good, and I feel grateful that I can afford it. Not to grocery shop there. Maybe if I did it once every 5 months, but a full grocery haul, no. but I love to go there after we hike or go to Malibu and get food. It's so good.
Their prepared food is
oh my
top
God,
tier.
legendary.
Yeah.
And their ingredients are so clean. They're all whole foods versus when you go to actual Whole Foods market and everything has canola oil in it and you're just like, why? That's not healthy. So yeah, what do you think about it? Is it getting hate now or are you just wondering?
No, I was just wondering. Because I think for people who don't live in California or like LA area, it's this whole thing. Like,
it's a scene.
Whoa,
Yes.
Erewhon, I want to go. And like people who come out to visit go to the market.
Wow.
So,
I understand that. We like going to the market. I like going to the market.
I love a good market.
Oh my
I'd rather
God.
go to a market a lot of times than a restaurant.
Oh, me too. It's so fun.
But yeah, Erewhon's great. The prepared food is great. I just hate, like, if I had a credit card that was linked to Monopoly money and it didn't matter.
Oh, I'd be blowing that shit right and left.
I would be an Erewhonaholic. It would
Absolutely.
be not good.
I would drive out of my way to go there.
And it's worth going in and experiencing it one time. Like, I get it.
Oh, absolutely. Get a
nice
smoothie.
market deserves attention.
Oh my God, it does. And they put so much work into it. When
Yes.
you go in, you understand the hype. At least I think so.
I think a lot of times I don't love the clientele.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's a fashion show. People think that they're someone when they're in there. And maybe they are someone, but you're not better than me.
Guess
because
what?
you have more money than I do.
You're someone too.
Yeah, it's true.
So am I.
That's right.
We're all someone.
That's what I'm saying. They think that they're better than. And
Yeah.
it's just, I'm sorry, honey. You're not.
We're all
the
grocery
same.
shopping.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your thoughts on nudes?
I don't really have strong opinions on nudes.
Okay. Let's ask more questions. Shall
Okay.
we? You meet a guy, you hit it off, it's going great. You slept together once. You've been dating for a couple months. That's too long to be dating, just only sleep together once.
Okay, yeah.
You've been dating for like you've been dating for like a month, you've slept together.
Okay.
You took the long game.
Okay.
And so did he.
Great.
But you only slept together once. And you're not sure about it.
I'm not sure about.
You're not sure about it. Are you going to send him a nude or not?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
If you're like, Madison.
The I'm not sure about it really steered me in the direction of a hard no. I'm not going to send you nudes.
Good job.
Okay, but also I would say maybe if I was in a long-term relationship and we hadn't seen each other in a long time and he was traveling or I was traveling, maybe I'd send a cute pic, maybe. But then I would almost rather just FaceTime and show in person or be on the phone or something talking about something versus having something that's permanent
The
and
permanency.
sending it, because I just don't really care for that. I would just rather be like, you need to wait till you see it again. Sorry. I have to wait too. Don't bother sending me one. It's fine. You know, like I just don't really care about that. I can imagine, I have imagination, you know?
Ladies.
Okay.
No, we're not going there. But every lady, you know what it's like. And it's not right. When you're on the receiving end.
Yes, I have received. I've not sent one, I don't think. Well, I don't know. But I've been on the receiving end way more times. And you just think, yeah, that, I don't know. I think because it's usually unwarranted. If I wanted it, maybe I would think differently of it. And I would be like, that's
dude, if
sexy.
it's the person you love, it's literally not a big deal. But I've received one.
Ew.
Completely unsolicited.
Dude, I've
In
been
fact,
shown one.
Very jarring.
Yes.
From someone who should have never done that. And it was
not hard.
What on the clock?
It was
6
natural.
It was 6 o'clock.
It was hanging loose.
Woo! Just like this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just thought, why do I get that from you?
That is
and
not
then there
okay.
was a Facebook group
dedicated to him sending that?
Yeah.
Really? Just that person?
Yeah. Because it was sent to multiple people. Which I
Okay,
thought,
also it's
you
kinda
guys are
sad
so
that they
fucked
made a
up.
Facebook group
Yeah.
about that.
I'm like, why? You guys have way too much time on your hands.
Yeah.
Not right. But anyways, I've received one where I was like, please God, do not ever show that to anyone. And especially me. Thank you so much.
Yes. And I was recently shown one by someone in my family.
Just leave
Not
it at
my
that.
family. So that sounds crazy. But just someone that they were talking to. And, you know, they asked if I wanted to see it. I feel like I didn't really have a choice. But also, yeah, I want to see. Sure. Why not? You know? And also, if their face isn't attached to that body, how do you know that that's theirs? That's all I'm saying. You know, the dating game can be rough. They probably just got that photo. I don't know where the fuck they got that photo, but they did. And I don't know if it's theirs.
Do we know if the Drake thing was real?
Oh, I don't know. I never looked back into it.
Me either. If you don't know what that is, just look it up. Okay. Rapid fire last thing before we go.
Okay.
5 things you're looking forward to. Go.
Okay. Hiking Half Dome. Tess's wedding. Oh my gosh. How this is not rapid fire. It's easier to do events. Okay. Half Dome, Tess's wedding. Okay, I'll just do whatever. Learning Italian. Meeting the love of my life. And pursuing cowboys.
Love. Good job.
Was
that was
hard.
quick. That was good. We liked it.
Because I feel like I really had to, like, this cements my 5.
I know.
It doesn't. I'll probably have a new 5 tomorrow. But I am looking forward to all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear yours because you did have time to think about it.
No, but I didn't, though. I mean, my God, you saw me. I was sitting on the couch writing out my questions. And I'm like, okay, let's record. And I go and I put some shoes on.
You had a work moment.
And I put some shoes on.
Yeah, we did put shoes on today.
Put shoes on today. And then I was like, hey, let's get the lights out. Let's go. So I didn't have time to think about this. So it's hard for me too. But I'd say hiking Half Dome. My birthday.
Okay.
I guess my birthday is before Half Dome. My birthday, Half Dome. Getting married. Just like the event itself is going to be nice. You know, be fun. Different. Hopefully having babies someday.
Mm-hmm.
And living the dream. Like truly living the dream. Not saying it in like a fuck around way of like living the dream and you're sitting behind your computer typing for 8 hours.
That is a pet peeve of mine, and Tess knows. When you're asking someone, how are you? How's your day going? And they sarcastically say, living the dream. And I just think that's such a lame answer. Be grateful that you're alive and go try to live the dream. Anyway. Yeah, agreed. We can add that 5 too.
Great.
To mine.
Perfect, right?
I have 10, even though it's kind of doubled up because a lot of ours are the same, but yes.
Thank you for playing along with me, Madison. Cowboys, thanks for listening. I hope you had a good laugh or two.
That was exhilarating for me because I had no idea what that whole episode was going to be about. It felt really nice to just not even have to think. Yeah, so thank you for thinking.
Are you hot?
I
am so hot. Our apartment.
I feel okay.
We are really conservative with our AC.
Yes.
Because we live near the beach, but it's been so loud outside of these windows that we close the windows up so we can have a quiet podcasting session and just the lights and laughing, and I'm just hot as can be.
And you're on your period. I think that's something to note.
If you're looking at our outfits and you're like, aw, cute, they're kind of matching. It was not planned. Once again, we walked out of our bedrooms and we're like...
and she looked at me and I said, we got the same vibe today.
That's right.
It just makes sense.
It's a nice summery Friday.
It is. And we're going to go outside after this, right?
Yep.
We're going to pack up.
See you later,
guys.
Get
things going. Talk soon.
Bye. Hope you had fun. Bye.
Yeah, have a good week.